Today's video is about getting a clapped out old 36-year-old lawnmower and bringing it back to life. Now, as you can see, the tyre's a little bit worn out there. It's a bit sad looking. It's held together by wires. And we're going to show you how to fix this mower up without spending much money. There's the old blade deck. We've already started pulling it apart, and then we thought, oh, we should do a video of this. But here's all the old bits. The old throttle cable, air filter, spark plug, the old handle, a couple of hubcaps, and the catcher. Here's basically what we used to bring it back to life. Some engine enamel, red and black. The heat gun, because it's been raining and cold here and you can't really paint when it's cold and miserable. So we just put a bit of heat onto it so it wouldn't frost up. And the flapper wheel on the little grinder there to clean everything up. New bits we got on eBay. Just some blades, an air filter, a new throttle controller. We have got a spark plug coming, and we'll just give you a look at some of the bits that we've already cleaned up and painted and see how they've come out, ready for reassembly. Now, the reason we're able to fix this up without much cost is we happen to find another mower in the area on council cleanup. Now, this one here we just sanded a little bit with the sander and given it a coat of engine enamel. The same with the blade disc. Everything here's been painted, even the plastic hubcap, just to make it look fresh. Here we have some engine parts, front axle, the engine, and we've got the four wheels off the mower that we found from the council cleanup, and just bought new bearings for it on eBay. And the handlebar there, we've just hit it with a bit of sandpaper, and we're not going to paint that. We're just going to hit it with WD-40 every now and then, just stop it from rusting. We're going to start assembling today, and these are the 3 bolts and nuts that hold the engine to the chassis. And we're going to get Jack to clean them. Just hit them with a wire brush. Put them in the box there.
Getting cleaner?
Yep. When you're happy with the jack, put the nut on top. Now screw the nut in, Jack. We'll stop there. That's it. Now give it a good clean. And then flip it around so you can do the other side. Okay, that's one. There's only 3 of them holding it on, so once we've done the 3, we'll start mounting the motor onto the base. Okay, here's the bolts after 36 years of crud have been wire brushed off them. Now Justin's going to hit them with brake clean. Just clean them up a little bit. Then just dry them off a little bit. And now he's going to spray some CRC 556, which is kind of the same as WD-40 but better, just to preserve them a little bit. We're not going to go crazy and paint them. And then we're going to mount the engine onto the frame, but before we do that, we're going to put the wheels and the axles on, and we'll go and do that now. Bolts are all cleaned up, but before we put the engine onto the base, we've got to put the wheels on so that the shaft doesn't hit the ground. So we'll get Jack to assemble the axle together that we've just rust proofed and painted with black engine enamel that just slides on there nice and neat. Now these lock washers, they came with the wheel bearings that we got on eBay, and they were about $15 I think with postage. Just tap it lightly, Jack. Let's have a look and see how she's going on, Jack. Yep, alright, just try and straighten her up.
Bit more.
Yeah, see how she's a bit crooked? Just try and angle it that way a little bit. That's it. Hold it there, hold it there. Come on, the thing there. Yeah, try that now, Jack.
This side.
Good, good, good. Go on. Bit more. A little bit more. See the other side's a little bit. Yeah, just try and even it out. Keep going a bit more. Go down a bit more until she kind of stops. Just don't break it, but. You happy with that?
Mm-hmm.
Now just grab it and see if the wheel moves up and down on the shaft.
Nope.
Good. And now we'll do the same to the other ones, and then we'll mount the engine onto the frame after we get all these wheels done. Both the wheels on the front axle. Now Jack's just going to clip on the freshly painted 31-year-old hubcap. Just listen for the click, Jack, when you press it. That's it, she's on. And that's what it looks like. So we've mounted the wheels and the axles and the height adjuster on the mower. Everything went pretty well. Just cleaned everything up. The nameplate on the front there, we got it off our 36-year-old mower, because this is the one that we found, because that had a better base on it and better height adjustment, axles and wheels and everything on it. There's my shadow. So she's looking pretty good. Now we're going to mount the engine on now, and then the handlebars. We've mounted the motor up on the trestles there so we can make it easy to tighten the bolts of the engine. There's the engine there. Jackie boy's going to lift it up now, carefully. And he's going to lower it gently onto there. That's pretty good there, Jack. And now we can work from underneath to tighten the bolts up. You're probably asking, why are we going to all this trouble with a 36-year-old mower? And the reason is, the 36-year-old mower was falling apart at all the bits that wear, but the engine was really good. Now, we did go and buy a new mower from Bunnings for $300 or something. It's a Subaru. And it's the biggest piece of rubbish I've ever mowed grass with in my life. And this one's going to be a cracker. That's why. The motor's all mounted, and these bolts here are the ones that are holding it in. There's the shadow. There's one under there. I don't know if you can see it. Yep, there it is there. And the other one is there. Now underneath, by the way, we pressure wash all this, get all the gunk off it, and rust converted everything, and she's all bolted in there. And that's the shaft where we're going to put the deck plate with the blades. Next we're going to mount the blades, and the good thing I like about these blades is this bit right here. Let's see if that focuses in on it. There you go. Not made in China. Okay, I've fitted one of the blades on, and now Jack is going to assemble the other one. And you just tighten that basically until it runs out of thread, because it's got a waved washer, so there's got a bit of room so that the blade can swing out if it hits a rock or something. You run out of thread, Jack? Can you feel it? You can feel it, Jack, when you're tightening it up, because the knollock bit makes it tight, but then it gets a bit tighter. Did it get tighter? Let's try it again. That's it. Now we've just got 2 more to go, and then we'll mount that onto the mower. Okay, all the 4 blades are mounted here now. And if you look, have a look at the blades, in case you don't know, see the back end, how it's kinked up here? If you wonder what that's for, as it spins around, that's the cutting edge that cuts the grass, and then it goes up here and it shoots up and it throws it into the catcher. So if you're ever cutting the grass and you find that the catcher's not getting filled up and grass is just getting thrown everywhere, what you'll find is the blades are worn out on this bit here, and it's time to change them. And now we're going to mount it onto the mower, which is sitting over there in the sun, and she's looking pretty good. Okay, we've mounted the blade plate up, and you can see it's got 3 small bolts and 1 big bolt in the middle. We're going to torque them up now. But anytime you're doing this, just before you start it, just turn it by hand and make sure the blade doesn't hit the deck. Also, I'm doing this with the spark plug out, and there's no fuel in the tank. Don't do this with the spark plug in it or fuel in the tank, because it could start up and it'll chop your fingers off.
I think so.
So we're going to torque these little ones up to 10 Newton meters. Jack, can you hold the blade still, please? Stop it from turning. Right. Yeah, that's 10. Get on there. Thanks, Jack. And now we'll crank the middle one up to 30. And then we'll get on to the next job. Now the middle bolt we're going to crank up to 30 Newton meters, and Jackie's got the torque wrench there. Just go until it clicks, Jack, and it'll be a really soft click.
Let's go that way.
You're going the right way. Now you're undoing it.
What?
The other way.
Oh my.
Did it click?
Yes.
That's it. Now we'll see what the next stage is. Now we're going to put the handlebars on with 4 bolts, so we'll just try and see how we go here without scratching it. You go on the other side, Jack. Rest it on that nylon bush. That's it. And just push it in slowly. Hang on. Hold on a sec. And there's the bolts. I'm going to have to free my hands up, so I'll do it and then we'll show. So we've got those on. And the bolts are just sitting there holding it up. Just be gentle, Jack. And he's going to screw the nuts on hand tight first, and then we'll go around and tighten them up. Okay, the handlebars are on. There's 2 bolts on either side. We'll clean them up. So all we've got left is the air intake hose and the throttle cable. Put some oil in it. And we're still waiting for the spark plug to come from eBay. We'll see how much we can do today, and then we'll wrap it up. This is the dirty intake hose. We're giving that a clean up. We're spraying some degreaser on it. And hosing it off. Shake it everywhere and then just let it soak for a few minutes. Just flip that over a little bit. That's it for the degreaser. Now we'll just leave that for 5 minutes. Then we'll hit it with the water. 5 minutes are up now. We'll give the heat with the hose. And see how she comes out. But stay still. Okay, after a bit of dicking around with that throttle cable, we've got that working properly, we think now. Just going to put on the air intake hose. Screw that on by hand. She started?
Yep.
Right, now connect it up to the top there, Jack. Just be gentle. Push as far as in as it'll go.
Mm-hmm.
Right, now tighten this one here up. Grab the screws off, Jack.
I do it by hand first.
That's it, Jack.
Get it out?
No, that's it, that's fine. Now we'll go and put the air filter up the top there. You got the cap? Beautiful. That's about it for now. Just got to wait for the spark plug.
Get oil in it.
Oh, we'll put some oil in it. Put some cable ties on these cables here so they don't look so bad. Yeah, maybe like that. Then we'll get the spark plug as she starts up. We couldn't wait for the spark plug to come, so what we've done, we've put the old spark plug back in, just gave it a bit of a clean. Then Jack has gone to put fuel in it, and look what he's found. Nice old cockroach in the fuel tank. He didn't live very long. Righto, chuck it, Jack, and put some fuel in there.
When you say chuck it, should I
Just chuck it in the grass.
go on?
Now put some fuel in there, Jack, probably about half a tank. And we'll put some oil in it. And see if she fires up. Don't spill it on the new paint. Was there any fuel in there at all? Shouldn't have been. You're dribbling a bit out of the spout. How much is in there now?
About half.
Okay. Now, Joe, is that right?
Yeah.
Now just check the oil. Leave that there for now. Just check the oil. Just put a bit more in. Just the rag there.
I'll take this out and put it back in.
Yep, just give it a wipe first. And you've got to screw it right in.
Add.
What's it on? It's still on add?
Yeah.
Alright, just put a little bit more in. There's a container behind you.
Add one?
Yep. Just put the dipstick down somewhere. That's it. And just go slow. Don't make a touch first before you start pouring. That's it. Nice steady hand. That's it. Okay, just stop there and then you can just recheck it again. Put the lid on the bottle. That was a good catch. Screw him in all the way. What's she on now?
In the hash line.
Yep, alright, we'll start it up and then we'll check the level after we start it, get it running, okay? Okay, we're just about ready to go. Jack, give it a bit of a half throttle. The cockroach has been removed out of the fuel tank. It's been filled up. We've cleaned the spark plug and here we go. Oh, look at that. Give it a rev, Jackie. Well, there you go. We kind of cheated a bit. I had about 10 goes at starting it before we filmed it, but there she is, running. Just got to fix the catcher up now. Then when the new plug comes in, we'll change it over. But at least she's a goer. Thanks for watching. Okay, to finish off the mower build, we've just got one thing to go. That's to fix up the catcher. We've pulled it apart. It just separates into two halves like that. And the only thing we've got to do is fix up the mesh. You can see there, someone's already had a go at fixing. I'll put in another bit of mesh on there with cable ties and stuff. So we're just going to replace that with this steel fly screen mesh. All that does is let the air come out as the grass is filling up the catcher. And then when it's full, it throws grass out from the bottom of the mower to let you know that it's full. So now I'll cut that out and then we'll rivet that onto that top bit there. And we'll see how she goes. I've cut out a strip of the old mesh, just there. And I'm going to hot melt glue that onto there. And then I've cut out the fly screen here. And I'm also going to hot melt glue that. Now I'll have to do that and then I'll show you the finished thing because I'm by myself today. There's the steel mesh hot glued into place in a few spots there. Hopefully that'll hold. Now all that's left to do is clip it onto the other half. I'll see if I can do that myself. Goes on there like that. I'll need two hands now, so I'll leave it at that and then I'll stick it on the mower and show you the finished product. There it is, all finished up. The catch is on. If you can see that, the mesh is all done there. And I think altogether probably spent $50 or $60. Thanks for watching. Bye.